The rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
Quite becoming a billionaire.
He's probably in a castle somewhere doing Caligula
and f***ing dudes.
Yeah. You think so?
For sure.
Really?
You don't get those vibes from him?
I didn't.
Vin Diesel's name has always been synonymous with high-octane action films and heart-pounding car chases, but in recent weeks, his reputation has been linked to a very different kind of drama. Hollywood is in turmoil as rumors swirl that the Fast and Furious star has fled the country, sending shockwaves through the industry. The reason? A leaked list of names allegedly tied to the scandalous events connected to Sean Diddy Combs. Yes, you heard that right. Diesel, a beloved action hero, may be involved in one of the most explosive and damaging Hollywood scandals in years.
Took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs.
But what exactly has Vin Diesel running scared? To understand that, we need to take a closer look at what's really been going on behind the scenes in the world of Diddy's infamous gatherings, which have suddenly taken center stage in a criminal investigation that could shake the entertainment industry to its core. These aren't just any regular celebrity parties we're talking about. They're described as secretive, chaotic events where anything goes. Allegations are mounting that these gatherings were full of shocking behavior. And now that the authorities are on Diddy's trail, several big-name celebrities are in serious trouble, with Vin Diesel reportedly being one of them.
And a lot of the evidence, alleged evidence, that's been gathered in this case was from those two raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances that have been named freak-offs.
Diddy's arrest late last year sent the first ripple through Hollywood. He was taken into custody by federal agents in New York, facing a series of severe charges that included accusations of manipulation and abuse behind closed doors. It wasn't just civil lawsuits anymore. This was criminal. Authorities raided his homes in Los Angeles and Miami, uncovering disturbing evidence that hinted at years of secretive and dark activities. What was once Hollywood's best-kept secret was now making headlines, and the entertainment world couldn't look away.
You know, I think in federal court and for these charges, they would say it's routine, but in the public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in...
Among those caught in the crossfire was Vin Diesel, who had managed to maintain a squeaky clean public image for years until now. While the actor has yet to comment publicly, sources close to him have suggested that he's terrified of what might be exposed. It's rumored that Diesel's name was on a list that detailed celebrities who attended Diddy's outrageous parties, and that list is said to contain footage that could ruin careers overnight. Some say this footage is so explosive that Diesel, fearing the repercussions, has packed his bags and left the United States altogether, choosing exile over the potential humiliation that might come with a public scandal.
Well, if he really was filming everybody, I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right?
But let's back up for a second. What were these parties all about, and why is Diesel's alleged involvement so significant? Well, Diddy's gatherings were no ordinary Hollywood bashes. These were extravagant, secretive events that took place in lavish locations with exclusive guest lists and were known for being wild, unpredictable, and completely off-limits to outsiders. Attendees weren't just Hollywood's elite. They were movers and shakers from all over, and what happened at these parties was meant to stay hidden from the public eye. But now, with the law closing in on Diddy, the cloak of secrecy has been torn apart. The investigations began when multiple victims, including some very high-profile figures, came forward with claims about what went on at these events. The most well-known of these was Diddy's former partner, Cassie Ventura, who sued him in late 2023 under New York's Adult Survivors Act. Cassie's claims were shocking and detailed. She painted a grim picture of what life was like inside Diddy's world, alleging that she had been subjected to emotional and physical manipulation for years. She also hinted at the darker side of the events hosted by Diddy, describing behavior that would make even the most jaded Hollywood insider shudder. Her lawsuit, which was settled almost immediately, was just the beginning.
And when you see, there's no artist, let me be clear, there's no artist in this industry that's doing major numbers with these platforms.
The Cassie lawsuit opened the floodgates, and soon others followed. It wasn't long before the federal investigation started looking not only at Diddy himself, but also at the people who regularly attended his exclusive gatherings. That's where Diesel's name first popped up. What was once just a rumor on gossip blogs suddenly gained traction as real evidence surfaced. Documents reportedly leaked from the investigation suggested that Vin Diesel, along with other A-listers, had attended more than one of Diddy's notorious events. These documents included witness statements and allegations that Diesel had been a participant in some of the more extreme behavior that allegedly took place behind closed doors.
Fast and Furious star Vin Diesel is being sued for alleged sexual battery by a former assistant. Asa Jonasson filing the lawsuit in LA County Superior Court today.
For Vin Diesel, this is a nightmare scenario. The beloved Fast and Furious star has always played characters that fans looked up to, heroes who fought for justice, who lived by a code of honor. His public image is all about loyalty, family, and doing the right thing. To be connected to a scandal like this, where allegations of exploitation and manipulation are front and center, is the polar opposite of what Diesel stands for on screen. But the whispers in Hollywood are growing louder, and more insiders are starting to believe that the rumors may have a grain of truth to them. So, what exactly has Diesel worried? Sources close to the actor suggest that it's not just about being named as an attendee at these events. It's the potential release of footage from the parties. Federal authorities seized electronic devices from Diddy's properties during the raids, and they reportedly contain hours of video footage documenting what went on at these parties. The content of these videos are still in erupts, but speculation is rampant. Could Diesel be featured in these tapes? And if so, what might they reveal?
Problems that the defense has brought up originally, but it seems like, just from reading this 14-page indictment, that there is enough physical evidence to perhaps get a conviction in this case. We shall see. These are allegations.
Diesel has reportedly told those closest to him that he had no idea how wild these events would get and that he was caught off guard by the environment. However, many are questioning this explanation. After all, rumors about Diddy's party have been floating around Hollywood for years. How could someone like Vin Diesel, a seasoned Hollywood veteran, not know what he was walking into? And more importantly, why would he have attended?
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
It's this mounting pressure that insiders believe drove Diesel to make the decision to leave the country. Whether or not there's any truth to the rumors that Diesel is featured in the tapes, the fear of what might come out has clearly pushed him to drastic measures. Several reports indicate that the actor quietly left the U.S. within days of Diddy's arrest, and he hasn't been spotted since. There are unconfirmed reports that Diesel is now hiding out in a remote location, possibly in Europe, waiting for the dust to settle. His representatives have remained silent, declining to comment on his whereabouts or the ongoing investigation. This radio silence has only fueled speculation that Diesel's flight is directly tied to the Diddy scandal.
Now, if the government is going to mandate that they are responsible for your well-being, they have to ensure the safety of your well-being.
And Vin Diesel's legal troubles don't just stem from rumors about Diddy's scandalous parties. He's also been dealing with serious allegations of his own.
Now, moving on to the world of showbiz, Fast and Furious star Vin Diesel has been accused of sexual battery by his former assistant while working with him in 2010.
In late 2023, a former assistant named Asa Jonasson filed a misconduct lawsuit against Diesel, accusing him of inappropriate behavior that allegedly took place during the filming of Fast 5 back in 2010. Jonasson claims that Diesel forcibly pulled her onto a bed, groped her, and made inappropriate advances while they were in a hotel room in Atlanta. According to the lawsuit, she was fired shortly after the incident, which she believes was retaliation for rejecting Diesel's advances. The lawsuit paints a troubling picture of Diesel's behavior behind closed doors and raises questions about the actor's conduct on set.
Actor Vin Diesel, best known for his roles in the movie franchise Fast and Furious, is being sued for alleged battery.
Diesel has denied all the allegations, with his legal team calling the claims outrageous and without merit. In a public statement, Diesel's attorney Brian Friedman said, "Let me be very clear. Vin Diesel categorically denies this claim in its entirety. This is the first he has ever heard about this more than 13-year-old claim made by a purportedly 9-day employee. There is clear evidence which completely refutes these outlandish allegations." Diesel's camp has also hinted that Jonasson's accusations are part of a broader attempt to exploit the current wave of Hollywood scandals for financial gain. They filed a motion to dismiss the case, arguing that the claims are baseless and that Jonasson has ulterior motives in coming forward so many years after the alleged incident. As of now, the case is still pending, and Diesel is fighting to clear his name. His legal team has pushed back against Jonasson's claims by highlighting the lack of immediate reports or complaints at the time of the alleged incident. However, the timing of these accusations, coinciding with other high-profile lawsuits in Hollywood, has intensified the scrutiny around Diesel's public image. For Diesel, the stakes are incredibly high. If this lawsuit moves forward and more details emerge, it could further damage his reputation, already under fire from the ongoing Diddy investigation.
And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
But the real question is, how much more does the public not know? If someone like Vin Diesel is scared enough to flee the country, what does that say about the scale of this scandal? And if the federal investigation does uncover more damning evidence, how many other celebrities will be dragged into the spotlight? Hollywood is on edge, waiting for the next bombshell to drop. And with each passing day, it seems more likely that this could be one of the biggest scandals the entertainment industry has ever seen. In the meantime, all eyes are on Vin Diesel. Will he return to the US and face the music, or will he remain in hiding, hoping to avoid the fallout? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. This story is far from over, and as more details emerge, the full scope of Diddy's alleged criminal enterprise and the celebrities involved will come to light.
This has to be a 100% culture shock. I can't imagine living a lifestyle of the incredibly rich and famous and then going into this very dark, impersonal, cold, austere facility.
And if you thought Vin Diesel's sudden disappearance was shocking, just wait until we dive into the other list names that have been swirling around in this growing scandal. Hollywood's best kept secret may no longer be hidden, and it seems that Diesel's flight might be just the tip of the iceberg. Diddy's infamous parties were more than just wild celebrity hangouts. They've become a dark shadow looming over the entertainment industry, and now several stars are nervously distancing themselves from the fallout.
That's of course. There's layers upon layers. When you get into these conspiracy theories, man, they never end. They never end. There's just layers upon layers upon layers.
Usher is one of the most talked about celebrities connected to these events. Once upon a time, Usher and Diddy were inseparable, even to the point where Usher publicly shared that he had lived with Diddy when he was still a minor. In interviews over the years, Usher has hinted that he saw wild things during those early years, though he's always remained vague about the details. But now, as the walls close in on Diddy's empire, people are starting to look back at those statements with a lot more suspicion.
I know so much on how you got where you are. How you stepped on many people.
Usher's connection to Diddy's notorious lifestyle is starting to make headlines again. After Diddy's arrest, some noticed that Usher quietly deleted a suspicious number of posts from his social media accounts. Was this a simple cleaning spree, or is it an attempt to distance himself from whatever may be uncovered next? The timing, of course, raises eyebrows. Usher has yet to make an official statement, but his actions are causing fans and media alike to question just how deep his involvement might go. For now, Usher seems to be lying low, keeping as far away from the growing scandal as possible, but the silence is deafening.
This is what I look for. When I see a success, I'm looking for anything
to say that they didn't do it on their own?
Detain it, not this.
And Usher isn't the only one staying silent. Jay-Z, a longtime collaborator and close associate of Diddy, is also reportedly in the hot seat. While there's no solid evidence linking him directly to the activities that are being investigated, Jay-Z's name has come up more than once in relation to Diddy's parties.
But after that major documentary comes out on Diddy, then you're going to start to hear more and more about Jay-Z and his nefarious.
For years, rumors have circulated that Jay-Z attended a few of these events, although no one has dared to go on record about what exactly happened. And it's not just Jay-Z. His wife, Beyoncé, is also being mentioned. Could one of Hollywood's most powerful couples be connected to this unfolding nightmare?
Celebrity couple. We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
That's beautiful.
Like real people.
Yeah.
The internet is buzzing with theories, and some fans are even pointing to the couple's notoriously private lifestyle as evidence that they're hiding something. After all, Beyoncé and Jay-Z have always been known for their tightly controlled public image, never letting anything slip through the cracks. But in the face of this scandal, their silence could be interpreted as something more ominous. What's more, the whispers suggest that Diddy's infamous gatherings weren't just about entertainment. They were about power. And when power is involved, things can get very messy very fast.
Had clients describe NBC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
Meanwhile, other big names are doing their best to distance themselves from Diddy as quickly as possible. Take Russell Simmons, for example. His own reputation has been clouded with accusations over the years, and being linked to Diddy's ongoing legal troubles could spell the end for whatever remains of his career. Although he hasn't been directly implicated yet, Simmons has been conspicuously quiet ever since Diddy's arrest, choosing to remain out of the spotlight while the investigation unfolds. Is he lying low because he's guilty of something, or is it just damage control to protect what little's left of his image? Either way, his absence from the conversation is fueling speculation that more revelations could be on the way. And then there's Justin Bieber. Now, before you dismiss this as another random celebrity caught in the crossfire, let's take a closer look. For years, Bieber and Diddy have had a well-documented mentor-mentee relationship, with Bieber often singing Diddy's praises for helping guide him through his early career. But recently, Bieber's camp has been eerily quiet about the scandal. In fact, some fans have noted that Bieber, who's usually very active on social media, has gone unusually silent ever since Diddy's arrest made headlines. Could it be that he's distancing himself from the man who once took him under his wing, or is something more sinister going on behind the scenes?
There has been some updates in the Diddy $100 million default judgment that we reported on.
One source close to Bieber even mentioned that he's been focused on his family life and trying to avoid any mention of Diddy altogether. It's a strange shift for someone who once seemed to idolize the music mogul. And while there's no official word that Bieber attended any of these notorious parties, the rumor mill is in overdrive. Some are even questioning whether Bieber, like Usher, was exposed to things he shouldn't have been at a young age. Whatever the case may be, it's clear that Bieber is trying to stay far, far away from this situation, and for good reason. Of course, these are just a few of the names being floated around. Paris Hilton, another celebrity famous for attending some of Hollywood's most lavish parties, has also been linked to Diddy's events. Paris has been known for her wild, carefree lifestyle in the past, and it wouldn't be too surprising if she had found herself caught up in the chaos of Diddy's gatherings. However, Paris, much like Usher and Bieber, hasn't addressed the rumors directly. She's gone radio silent on the topic, leaving fans to wonder whether she has something to hide or is simply avoiding the drama altogether.
The special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell without being in full restraints, to include leg irons, handcuffs, a belly chain, and at least 2, if not 3 staff members escorting them.
And then there's the question of what happens next. With so many powerful names being dragged into the spotlight, Hollywood is clearly on edge. No one knows how deep the scandal goes, and for every celebrity that's been named so far, there could be dozens more waiting to be exposed. If even half of the rumors are true, the fallout from this investigation could be massive, potentially ending careers and ruining reputations. As more information comes to light, the industry is bracing for impact. Whispers of more leaked documents, additional footage, and even more shocking names being connected to the investigation are spreading like wildfire. And while some celebrities are doing their best to stay out of the spotlight, others are finding it harder to escape the media frenzy. Diddy's arrest has only intensified the public's curiosity about what really happened at these events, and who else might have been involved. One person who seems especially rattled by all of this is Daphne Joy, the ex-girlfriend of rapper 50 Cent. Joy's name came up in one of the lawsuits filed against Diddy earlier this year, with claims that she was somehow involved in facilitating the wild behavior at these parties. Although her exact role remains unclear, the fact that her name has been dragged into the scandal is enough to raise eyebrows. 50 Cent, known for being outspoken on social media, hasn't said much about his ex-girlfriend's involvement, but insiders say he's furious about the whole situation.
After they are done with Diddy, Jay-Z is up next to be exposed, right?
It doesn't end there. Even rumors about Prince Harry attending one of Diddy's parties have surfaced, although there's no concrete evidence to support the claim. Still, just the idea that British royalty could be connected to this scandal has sent shockwaves across the globe. Could there really be a royal connection to one of the most notorious scandals in Hollywood history, or is this just more sensationalism? As more names come to light, the scandal continues to evolve, with every new revelation adding another layer to the chaos. It's clear that this investigation is far from over, and as federal agents comb through the evidence, more celebrities will likely find themselves caught in the web. The entertainment world is holding its breath, wondering who's next on the chopping block.
Now, so what is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that?
As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released to his...
And then there's the matter of Diddy himself. While he continues to fight the charges against him, many believe that his downfall is inevitable. The sheer number of lawsuits, the criminal charges, and the growing list of names being linked to his parties make it hard to imagine a scenario where Diddy walks away unscathed, and even if he does somehow beat the charges, his reputation is already in tatters. The damage has been done, and the industry is unlikely to forget the scandal that has rocked Hollywood to its core. So, where does this leave Vin Diesel? With his name still floating in the rumor mill and federal investigation showing no signs of slowing down, Diesel's future hangs in the balance. The once beloved action star is now a figure of controversy, and unless he clears his name, his career could be in serious jeopardy. His decision to flee the country suggests that he knows more than he's letting on, and with every passing day, the likelihood of new revelations increases. Will Diesel return to face the music, or will he continue to hide out, hoping the storm passes? As for the other celebrities involved, it's anyone's guess how they'll handle the mounting pressure. Some may try to ride out the scandal in silence, while others may be forced to address the accusations head-on. One thing's for sure, Hollywood is in for a wild ride as more names are revealed and more secrets come to light. This is one story that's far from over, and the ripple effect of Diddy's arrest is just beginning to be felt. What happens next is anyone's guess, but one thing is certain, this scandal has the potential to reshape the entertainment industry as we know it. Hollywood has always been a place where secrets are kept behind closed doors, but with this investigation, it seems that those doors are being blown wide open. So, what do you think? Will Vin Diesel ever come back and address the rumors head-on, or is he going to stay in hiding while the scandal unravels? And which other Hollywood stars do you think could be linked to this explosive investigation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.